Welcome to the morning tea. Sorry, we are a few minutes late. We wanted to make sure that technically we were good to go for the tea tribe.
Oh, Maddison, listen. We are good to go on this Monday, and they are going to be very excited on this here episode today.
Yes, you guys, it is a very full morning tea Monday. Wow, I just made that up. Morning tea Monday. Okay, it's a very full morning tea Monday.
Go ahead, girl. Literally,
it's not creative, but I'm just going to pretend like it is and roll with it. But we have so much to talk about. We're talking about Ashanti and Fat Joe going Instagram Live, Nelly and Ludacris, their versus battle, which I am pissed that I missed, but I caught the highlights today, so it's okay. I will recover. Usher and Nicki, Jeffree Star, Noah Cyrus. We also are talking about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. What's happening there? A very full Card Jenner tea time. Larsa clarifying some comments she made about Jordan Woods, French Montana flirting with Kourtney. We got Selena tea. We got Justin and Hailey tea. And we also are speaking to the one and only Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta halfway through the show. It's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Madison, you mean this is the interview part 2, girl?
Interview part two. The tea will be hot. We got to speak with Kenya a little earlier this morning when she was getting all set up, and she already looks fabulous. I cannot wait for you guys to see her.
I'm excited. She looks good. It looks like she set it up because you guys know that we normally are in studio, but we've been home doing our own production. We had to be our own Shambong Daves. And let me tell you, Kenya has done an excellent job of setting it up. It looks just like a confessional from the show, y'all. I'm very excited. Don't miss this.
Do not miss it. We also have Miss Night Runner. Morning, folks. Be safe today. We will be safe. Everyone, definitely make sure you are taking care of yourselves. I know things are starting to open back up. We can't control anything but ourselves. And that is how I am coping with life. That I can only control myself.
I have been seeing parties online. Let me not even get into the rest of what I've been seeing, but I've been seeing too much. I have not seen a mask or a hand sanitizer anywhere in sight. And don't think y'all are fooling us with them pictures. That's you doing stuff that you know you're not supposed to be doing, then writing in the caption, oh, don't worry, we were social distancing. No, y'all were not.
No. I also saw a tweet come up on my phone. Shockingly, I know. I do get some Twitter notifications, but it was one from KTLA, and it was like, party of 100 people in the Hollywood Hills, man shot himself in groin. And I'm like, well, no offense, man who shot himself in groin, but you kind of deserve it because you were at a party with 100 plus people. What are you doing?
Should have been home minding your business.
And then you would have your groin intact. Not sorry.
Now
sorry. Yes, we also have Shabby. The black shirts look great, you two. This was another time that Kourtney and I did not coordinate. This is the story of our life.
No, not at all. I literally just get out of the shower and put on a little t-shirt and I keep it pushing, and here we are.
Yes, our lobes are linked at all times, and that is why we're besties. Essentially, it's just always right here. We don't even have to try.
The chemistry is always bubbling.
We also have Wesley talking about watermelon sugar, Harry Styles, the video. Are you excited?
I've waited ready to twerk, and I'm ready for hair, good fashions, and so I'm excited and I'm ready.
I feel like Harry Styles is another artist who just always goes above and beyond for his music videos. Like, he's like a Taylor Swift in the fact that it's not just him singing along with the song. Like, it's a production. It's a whole story. It's a whole project. And that is why I think Harry Styles is so freaking great. Like Kourtney and I say all the time, he is the Elton John of our generation. I truly believe that with every fiber of my being.
Madison, but older, they're going to realize that Harry has been our Barbara. He's been our Liberace. He's been our Elton this entire time, and I'm here for it, and I will be here for it for the rest of my life. I know it.
I just can't wait till we're old one day, and it's like Harry Styles, like something about Harry Styles, and we're just going to be like, back in our day, Harry Styles was transformative for our generation. Like, that's going to be
back at the one night only at the Forum. I remember he sang the entire album. Hit my bit. I ate a chicken finger and got my life.
Exactly. I'm dying. We also have Random Czar. Hello. I'm a regular rewinder. First time making the live. Well, hi. Hi. Welcome to the
Hey,
live. Welcome. We're sorry
glad
you're
you can make
here.
it.
Yes. Although Daily Rewind is really fun, obviously we haven't been having Daily Rewind because we are in quarantine edition. And yes, we did see that
Yeah.
Tori Kelly is trying to steal our title. We saw that. It's fine. We're over it. We've let it go. But I did feel the need to bring it up, so maybe I haven't actually let it go. It's
Sometimes you got to call somebody out, Madison. Call her out.
I saw that one of our teacher members sent that to us, and I was like, that is very interesting. But we do know that we have a lot of admirers from the Scooter camp, so it wasn't that surprising. But just saying, we did see it. But yeah,
Scooter is
so if you
probably
normally
watching right
watch,
now. Hey, Scooter.
hey, hello, welcome, hi. We also have Erica saying Harry Styles and chicken fingers. Yes, love Harry
Mm,
Styles and chicken fingers.
yum.
We have Marina saying, wow, Justin is wishing that he would have saved himself for his marriage with Hailey. Wow, that is so freaking sad for Hailey right now. Well, boo-hoo, poor Hailey. Oh, wait, that is not true if you ask me. I am dying because you guys are already getting sassy, already getting with it, and this is exactly why we love the T-Tribe.
Listen, I can based off of the rundown of the docket today to be a very explosive, chatty day. So get ready to discuss, get your emojis ready, whoever you stand ready, because it's going to be that kind of show. Definitely first.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. We also have Junie. Have you guys seen Do It by Chloe and Halle? Hi, by the way. Thanks for the tea. Hashtag day 53 of quarantine.
Madison, 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 T Tribe, Madison, Madison. Good morning, Mika. I see you. Chloe and Halle dropped the Do It music video, and these young ladies are so talented. I feel like they are the young future voices of R&B signed to Parkwood, so you know it's going to be good. Madison, I liked Chloe and Halle before, but I really feel like I'm ready to support these women with a good coin. I'm ready for The Little Mermaid. Please make sure y'all go and see Do It immediately after this.
I am so ready for The Little Mermaid. I am ready for her to kill it because you know that there was some drama with that. So I'm ready for her
Yes,
to
ma'am.
kill it. I think this is an amazing, amazing time to get everyone excited for Little Mermaid. So I think it's going to be fantastic. Let's go ahead and do Miss Mika with a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go, go, go. Monday to Mika, to see ya.
Happy
Okay, it's nice to meet
Monday,
ya.
Mika. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Courtney, you can see me, right? Because I think you were a little blurry, but I just wanted to make sure you are good to go.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
blurry one because I can see it on my end. So you guys, it's not your Wi-Fi. It's probably just my apologies. But as long as you can hear me, you can still tee me. So good job.
Yes, exactly. And I love Janae. Janae is representing BTS. She said, no BTST, but I still got to represent. And that's exactly why BTS has the best army ever. We also have Miss Erica with a heart. Thank you, Erica. We appreciate you
Thank
so,
you,
so
Erica.
much. Thank you, Erica. I also see I know we got it, but Courtney, we can hear him, and that is the most important thing that you guys can hear. So that's great. And yes, Emily said it was
Madison,
the Mika. Yes.
should I refresh while you pour the tea and see if it switches up a little bit? Leo,
Yes.
do you want to do a solo
Let
screen and let Madison kick it off?
let's try that. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and pour it up. I don't have any hot water, so I am not stressing. You know that is always the most stressful part of the tea. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I got my medium brown mug. And we are going to kick it off. Yes, you guys, we are totally fixing the whole little situation that we have going on. Kourtney is currently rebooting. That way he can be crystal clear for you guys. Before we get into this Ashanti tea, I want to read Miss Autumn. Autumn said, morning, Maddison and Courtney. I'm so happy to your positive faces this morning. Maddison, I finally watched Outer Banks. Yes! And I can't wait for season 2. Did you guys watch did you guys watch You season 2? Can't wait for next season. So one, yes, I watched You season 2. So good. And also, Autumn, I'm so excited that you watched Outer Banks. If you guys have not watched Outer Banks, it's one of the new like teen drama series on Netflix. Episode 1 and 2, a little touch and go. I will admit, it's not the most intriguing episode 1 and 2, but episode 3 is when it starts to get really good. Lots of teen angst, and cannot recommend Outer Banks enough. So Autumn, thank you for just getting me so excited. I'm so happy you watched it and you liked it. You guys, Kourtney is coming back. I see you guys saying, Kourtney's coming back. He was just having a few technical difficulties and he is getting back in. Leo is working with him. It's all going to be okay. We're going to keep it pushing. I do want to kick it off talking about Miss Ashanti because we've got some Ashanti tea, and you guys know that Kourtney does have a little bit of a background with Ashanti because she did block him on Twitter years ago after he made a joke about her, which I think is hilarious, which is why I wanted to put Ashanti on the docket. So over the weekend, her and Fat Joe went live on Instagram together, and they were talking about their song "What's Love." It was a iconic 2000s hit, which is why I'm so happy we're talking about this. You guys know 2000s hip hop is literally my favorite genre of music, and if you don't know what the song "What's Love" is, look it up after this. But the great thing that happened on this Instagram live is that Fat Joe revealed that producers Irv Gotti and Ja Rule actually wanted J-Lo to be on the song instead of Ashanti. He said he remembered going to the studio, they played him the song, and Ashanti was on it, and they said the track was for him and J-Lo because they wanted, quote, the Latinos on it. Ashanti was super shocked by this news. She said that she never knew that Fat Joe said that. He actually fought to keep Ashanti on the track. She was kind of mad because Irv Gotti still reportedly pulls records for her. And she said, you know, that kind of is a little shisty to find this out now. But regardless, Fat Joe reminded her the song was a hit. And what's interesting about all this, if you guys remember, we've talked about this a lot on the morning tea with the song I'm Real, which is Ja Rule and J-Lo. Ashanti sings on that song. She sings the backup vocals. I don't know how backup they are, but she sings the vocals. And I just think it's interesting that not only one song was Ashanti and J-Lo compared and kind of had to fight for the vocals, but now another one. So I was shook by this because What's Love was it back in the 2000s. I'm going to see what's going on in the chat. We have Miss Mika saying, my granddaughters are watching the tea. Oh my gosh, Mika, hello to your granddaughters. Tamika's granddaughters, you guys are so lucky. You have the coolest grandma ever. We love your grandma, Miss Mika, here on the morning tea. So hello, we're so happy you guys are watching with us today, and what a good day to watch. But I also see you guys talking about Kourtney. Kourtney is coming back, you guys. He was just having some technical difficulties. We're gonna make sure he gets hardwired back in. Hit It Leo is working on it. And Katarina said Ashanti greater than J-Lo. Honestly, I was a J-Lo fan of J-Lo back in the day, kind of around this 2000s era. But now that I'm hearing once again, her and Ashanti kind of had this little issue, it does make me appreciate Ashanti that much more. And it makes me stop and think that Ashanti might be the more talented one, dare I say. I mean, it seems like they were going up for a lot of different songs neck and neck. So very, very interesting for sure. Hello to you watching from the Philippines. I see you, Christina. Hello. And Wesley said, and Washanti is greater than Ashanti, which I am dying. Kelly said, J-Lo would have been good, but Ashanti did that song, and completely agree, Kelly. Ashanti killed that song. And so did, I mean, her and Fat Joe, they were at the top of the charts during that time. So while I understand what the producers were wanting, I'm happy that Fat Joe fought for Ashanti because clearly that was the choice and the way to go, in my opinion. But let's move on and talk about Nelly and Ludacris, another little 2000s blast from the past, which I'm so
Here I
excited.
am.
Hi.
What is that?
Hi.
I'm
Okay.
moving. I'm grooving.
Got it. You guys,
The
Kourtney's
spirit
back.
of Nelly over my internet.
We survived the whole situation. Can you hear me?
Y'all, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear Nelly literally just tried to attack my internet fully now and I'm crisp.
I think you're good.
I don't. Am I crisp? Let me know if I'm crisp.
You're not crisp, but we can hear you.
As long as I guess.
Yes. Okay. We're talking about Nelly and Ludacris now because we did just talk about Ashanti and Fat Joe and how Fat Joe revealed that he had to fight for her to be on What's Love, which was
Mhm.
wild because imagine that song with J Lo over Ashanti. Literally can't. But let's talk about Nelly and Ludacris.
Well,
So over
you
the
know
weekend,
how
I did remind everyone that you and Ashanti do have a history.
we do have a
Hmm.
history, but real quick, Madison, I just want to say, of course, they were trying to replace Ashanti with a Hispanic woman at the time because that's what was popular at the time. So I'm not surprised. I was surprised that Ashanti was surprised, to be honest.
I also think it's interesting too because Ashanti is of Puerto Rican descent, so they didn't do their homework on that one.
But does she look it, Madison? At the time,
Right.
you know how people perception is
I
everything. You know how people assume.
Oh, I know. I know. I bet that
Shout
she
out to
probably
Ashanti
shaved.
getting at least one flower out of her whole career because J Lo's whole career, I would be sending checks to Ashanti every month. But girl, I won't even
Hmm.
hold y'all up with that.
I just get irritated because I guess I get the same thing because I'm half
Mhm.
Hispanic and people are like, really? And it's like, excuse me, you don't know my
Yeah.
heritage, okay? You don't know what genes run through this body. And so for Ashanti, I totally get her offense because I'd be like, wow,
Mhm.
F them. They don't know, like,
Yeah.
rude. I get
Mm.
why even if she already knew, I get still being pissed about it because I kind of would feel the exact
Yeah.
same way.
I
I get
think
it.
if she was pissed, it was because she had done so much for J Lo in the past, and they had told her about it. Like, girl, we're gonna take your vocals and just give them to J Lo, and J Lo's not gonna sing over this, and we're gonna pretend it's J Lo. Why not this one? This is like one of Ashanti's biggest
Hmm.
hits. They play that one every weekend, girl. What's
Oh, I know.
love? J Lo couldn't
Love,
do that.
got
It's
to do,
her.
and oh God, you guys, 2000s music was so good, and I'm so sad today's generation doesn't know anything about it. Okay, Nelly and Ludacris. So over the weekend, Nelly and Ludacris participated in the Versus Challenge, the Instagram challenge that has been going on since quarantine. They went back and forth, hit for hit, for 3 hours, which is
Hmm.
amazing, and obviously, at one point though, the thing that has everyone talking is that Nelly made a comment that after this they were going to go on tour together, the Luda Nelly versus tour, and apparently Ludacris made a really confused face, kind of like, and Twitter was going off about Luda's face and reaction.
Madison, I watched that versus challenge. I actually centered my whole evening around it, dinner and everything, all for Nelly to pop up like my internet connection from before, for at least half of it. I will say that Ludacris, it appeared as though he was really focused on the battle, and Nelly was kind of more focused on having fun. The
Mm-hmm.
whole thing was great. You would have loved it. Dot dot dot. But I know that Madison Hill would have clutched her pearls if she would have sat there and watched Ludacris play one of his new songs where he said he still likes R. Kelly, but around his daughters, he's uncomfortable. And that was the tea from the entire battle that I took away, was that Ludacris said in his new song, Unreleased, that he still loves R. Kelly, but around his daughters, he's uncomfortable. And the fact that I have loved Ludacris for so long and he said that, girl, I had to put my wine down. I had to put it down, Madison, because I said, I know you did not say that. Luda! I know you didn't say that. I was honestly shocked and upset. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was tasteless.
Luda, I was listening to Moneymaker this morning, feeling myself, rapping my old raps, just really getting back in the zone. You know me, shaking Moneymaker like somebody does it. That was me all this morning, just right in the rundown, living my best life, singing Moneymaker, just up here. And now you just told me that Ludacris just said he still likes R. Kelly, like a knife through my heart. A knife through
You
my
said it
heart.
musically, girl. He rapped it. He didn't just say it. He rapped it, girl.
It is
How do you
recorded
feel about
and
that,
for public
Deidre?
consumption. Oh my god. I am shooketh and I am also really disappointed and wow. I, I just
No
why? Why
words,
do
girl.
you really hit me with that headline and yes, I am clutching my non-existent pearls. So thank you for that. Um okay, let's move on and talk about Usher and Nicki Minaj because I want to hear your thoughts on this. So Usher was also in a live chat this weekend. He was with Swizz Beatz, and they were talking about upcoming versus battles and who fans have been asking for. And Swizz says that he sees a lot of people asking for Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown or Lil' Kim versus Nicki. And Usher said, quote, nah, Nicki is a product of Lil' Kim. My thick and juicy man just making a fool of himself.
Here's the thing. It's kind of like the intent behind it. It's not that there's really exactly anything wrong with being a product of someone, especially when this product, specifically in this situation, is light years beyond the quote unquote original. My question, Maddison, to Usher is, if Lil' Kim was the original and the blueprint and she's so fantastic to you, sir, why did you not call Lil' Kim to be on Little Freak? Why did you not call Lil' Kim to appear and give a guest verse on, what is that song I don't like? She's Gonna Give It To You, or whatever that song was. Why was not Lil' Kim, like, why were you not on Lil' Kim's last album that, to my knowledge, did not sell over 1,000 copies? Why? It really bothers me. It's okay to have critique on Nicki Minaj. It just bothers me when it's someone that Nicki has clearly helped in the past. Trey Songz has done the same thing. Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap, and Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim are not peers. You get what I'm saying, Maddison? A peer to Nicki Minaj would be, I hate to say this, like, well, no one really, because who has the same amount of hits as Nicki Minaj? More suitable to give the Lil' Kim fans something, I feel like Lil' Kim versus Eve. Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown. What about all these other Queen legends that y'all talk about, but y'all can't ever recite any of their music? Why can't we get Queen Latifah versus Lil' Kim? People that are peers.
I was just going to say Queen Latifah, yeah.
Y'all come with Nicki Minaj just because y'all want drama.
I agree. I guess for me, I was disappointed because you guys know I love Usher. This has probably been my first, or like my favorite top of the docket in literally a very long time, because this is all 2000s music related, so I'm thriving right now. But I guess I was just disappointed because I always felt like Usher and Nicki did have such a good relationship, and to see him just get caught up and get shady, I was disappointed. I'm like, Usher, we're better than that. We're a legend. Nicki is a legend, and respect. You know, I think I was more so disappointed as a fan of both to see Usher kind of succumb almost to industry peer pressure and make a comment like that about Nicki. That bothered me because I'm like,
when the question is asked of should we see Lil' Kim versus Nicki Minaj, I think the appropriate response would simply be they're not peers, and also the comment of, can Lil' Kim battle Nicki Minaj? As many, like, not even being a bar, but like Nicki has like 100-something hits. You get what I'm saying? We're counting features, remixes, all of that. Like, who can compete? Jay-Z? Jay-Z can compete against Nicki Minaj, I think. That would be something that's get your popcorn. Lil' Kim versus Nicki, I don't think is fair to one side. And I'll let y'all decide which side that is.
I agree. I completely agree. All right, you guys, now we have a little surprise for you. We did tease this at the beginning. We are going to bring in Miss Kenya Moore of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's going to come chat with us for a minute. And it's so exciting because we just finished part 2 of the reunion. Hi, Kenya. Hi.
Good morning, Kenya.
Oh, Kenya, I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, God.
Oh, there we go. We got you now. We got you now. We got you. Kenya. No, you're totally fine. So you are done with the virtual reunion now. Now that you've done it, do you prefer it that way or do you prefer it in person?
Oh, absolutely in person. I think that it just loses a little something when you can't face someone and read them down in front of them. You know, I just think that having people in different rooms and you're looking at a computer screen versus feeling the energy, being able to read the room, it just, to me, leaves a little bit more to be desired.
For sure. Now, things last night, even though you guys were all in your own separate homes, got a little heated between you and Nene. Do you think that you guys ever have a future again as friends?
For me, it's a no. That's an easy answer. I just have seen too much of her character in the personal attacks, the attacks on my family, innocent, children, things like that. And I feel as though once you take it there, you can't, there's no coming back from that. So for me, I've seen who she is, I don't like it, and I'm okay with not being friends, but I can always be cordial and I can always be respectful as long as someone respects me as well.
Completely agree. Respect is a two-way street for sure. Do you have any regrets from this season?
It's hard to say. I don't really live my life with regret. I do not like some of the, things that, how they played out. I can't say that I didn't have a hand in that. I always am a person who accepts responsibility and culpability when I think it's fair. And so regrets, no, but would I change some of the actions or behavior? Yeah.
I feel that. Who are you closest to now that this season has wrapped up? Which housewife are you closest to right now?
Oh, wow. So, I love my girl Cynthia. She's just my rider. We're really great friends. I don't even consider her as a friend anymore. I just think she's family. Candy is amazing. Happy birthday to Candy. She had a birthday yesterday. She is the most sincere, sweetest, kindest, generous person that anyone could call a friend. And I love her so much. And Eva, I'm really getting to know, and I've enjoyed having conversations with her. I've enjoyed getting to know her. So I would say those girls we're in a good place.
I love that because we got to talk with Cynthia at the end of last week. So we had a lot of fun talking to her and Mike. So I love hearing that you guys are so close. So that's amazing. Courtney, I know you had a good question for Miss Kenya.
Now, Kenya, we have been rocking with you ladies for a minute, and we have had so much fun on this ride, seeing all of you guys' interesting stories and so much fun. Is there another lady from a different Housewives franchise that you would invite into the sisterhood to sort of play around with you guys and see what would happen if you shook the bottle up, girl? Who would you choose?
Well, that's an easy one for me. My girl Erica Jane, honey. She is not only is so fabulous, but she's from Atlanta. She was born and raised in Atlanta. And we just have this kinship and like this sisterhood. And she's just a down girl. She tells the truth straight from the hip. And she is so amazingly gorgeous and fabulous. So that's an easy one.
I love that. I love Erica Jane. Yeah. She's amazing. So if you had to choose another franchise, would you go for Beverly Hills if you had to join another one?
Those are the girls that I know the most. Like I have definitely have a friendship, textship with some of the girls there, and I know them the most. And I know Garcelle from Beverly Hills, and we worked together years ago on the Jamie Foxx show. And I've always seen her in Hollywood. She's always been super kind and sweet to me, and I just have nothing but great things to say about her.
I love that so much. I do have a question. Do you find it challenging to balance the show, your other projects, you're a mom? How do you balance all of that? That's a lot.
It's hard. I started off in this business when I was 17 years old. I was in a corporation at 17. A lot of people don't know that. I've been a businesswoman for a long time, and then adding this extra layer of the reality into your life is very difficult. And now I'm a new mom. So I'm a CEO mom. I have Kenya Moore Hair Care, who is now, a $1 million company that I'm continuously growing and finding a way to expand and compete as an emerging brand. And it's hard to show your personal life. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
No, absolutely. No, go ahead. You're fine.
No, but I'm up for the challenge because I think that I should be able to have it all. I should be able to be a CEO. I should be able to be a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, all of those things. Those are all the things that make me happy.
Absolutely. Now, we have a very big mom tribe, is what we call them, of our viewers. What advice do you have for the mom tribe who are starting their own business or are looking to start a new project on their own? What advice do you have?
Well, there are two. I think start a business that you're passionate about. I am extremely passionate about hair care. My grandmother told me that hair was your crowning glory. So that's just what I have always based my passion projects on in my new businesses is what am I passionate about? That's number one. Number two, know everything there is to know about that business. If you're going to jump in that lake, you better know what's swimming around you. You have to know your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats, SWOT as they call it. Do a proper business plan. Just know everything there is to know. And then thirdly, I would say invest in yourself. Sometimes you don't always need $1 million loan. When I first saw my business plan, it looked as though I needed $2 million to start with. And I said, you know what? I'm going to invest a fraction of that money and I'm going to start small. I'm going to start with 4 products online, and I invested in myself. Instead of buying Louboutins and Chanel bags or whatever your vice may be in the fashion department, take $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 and put it in a bank account just for you. Invest in you.
I love that. We do have a question
every single day, and we appreciate that, Kenya.
Yes, absolutely. We do have a question from one of our viewers. Did you watch Love is Blind, Kenya, by chance? It was a Netflix reality show.
I did watch a little bit of it, yes.
Okay, do you remember Lauren and Cameron? They were on there as well, and they're from Atlanta. I don't know if you remember them.
I don't know if I remember them either. I didn't watch it a lot, but I just watched, some clips and
they were the first couple who ended up getting married. So our viewer 901 Erica was asking if you would be cool if Lauren and Cameron joined Real Housewives, and it would be interesting to see 2 reality shows kind of come together in that way.
Well, listen, I think that we need some new blood. I think that the friends of the show were just kind of very disappointed especially this reunion. I was like, they were so boring and luster, honey.
I'm dying. Kenya.
Reads. Oh my God, I was like, okay, this is, they need to rethink their friends.
We need someone that's going to bring a little zing to your zest.
What'd you say?
We need someone that's going to bring a little zing to your zest, Kenya.
Yes, give me someone who is actually challenging and, doesn't always say the same things after 7-8 years of me being on the show. It's just old. It's the same old 2-step. It's like, honey, there are many different dances you can learn. There's the paso doble. There's some ballet. There's some, what is it? The cha-cha. I'm learning already.
Yes. Kenya, before you go, I do have a question because aside from Housewives and Kenya Moore Hair Care, you're also an ambassador for Baby Quest. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm so excited to be an ambassador, and I was just told that they just selected their newest recipient. So, yay! So, Baby Quest it's something that's very near and dear to me. I struggled from infertility for a long time, and I partner with Baby Quest because they help people that don't necessarily have the funding to complete their assistant reproduction. Oh, that's a hard word for me to say this early in the morning, huh? Like IVF and everything that you can think of, surrogates, IVF, anything that you can think of, sperm donation, egg donation, anything that you can think of, they assist. And I don't think that it's fair that people who can afford to have help achieving their dreams of having a child be stuck because they don't have the money. And so that's where Baby Quest comes in, and they're a great organization, 501c3, small, great values, and they're all inclusive. They give money to gay couples, single people, Black, white, Asian, brown people, everywhere. People they don't discriminate, and that is why I love them so much.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Well, Kenya, thank you so much for sharing with us about Baby Quest. That's an incredible organization. That sounds fantastic. Kenya Moore here, Real Housewives. Thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. We had so much fun. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Kenya.
Bye, Kenya. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay, that was so much fun. Love her.
I literally want to turn into Kermit the Frog every single time.
That was so exciting.
I've been trying to keep it cool, girl. She's great.
And I know what, Erica, yes, coming in with the Love is Blind connection. Lauren and Cameron on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, I was trying not to geek out when she was like, we'd be down for some new blood. I was like, yes.
Maddison. They could use some new blood. You know, that's my favorite television show of all time, but they need it. Now, do we need to get on the phone? Can we have a business call with Andy? Because I can get some. Hello, Andy? Yes. Oh, no, hello? It's okay.
And
no, we'll get the sitter, but this is who you need on the show. Okay, let's so they can go against Kenya and they won't be scared.
We'll get the sitter. We'll get the sitter. I love that so much. Okay, you guys, we're just gonna bust through a couple things before we get to couples therapy. I'm just gonna give you guys the info so we can keep it pushing. Jeffree Star released a new cremated palette. He got lots of backlash for it over the weekend. People felt like it was inappropriate timing due to the fact so many people have passed due to coronavirus. He did respond on his Instagram saying, there's always so many meanings with my art, and that's what it is. It's mine. I created it for the world. It's allowed to be interpreted any way that anyone wants to take it, but I always come from a good place, and this palette is effing sickening. He went on to share that his own father was cremated, his 2 dogs, and that nothing comes from a negative place.
And Maddison, I don't disagree that it's a little tone deaf to release during this time, but I also have to admit that wasn't, like, the crisis at hand was not the first thing that I thought about. Furthermore, the last thing I want to say is I understand the outrage, believe me, I really do, but at the end of the day, there are people that are specifically Jeffree Star apologists, and they will support him regardless. But I feel y'all, though.
No, and I've already kind of been seeing that on social media, that it's...
Yeah.
Still, it's a back and forth.
Anyway. The products are good. He gave away money to the children. Okay.
Right.
That's nice.
Which is exactly why I totally get where people are coming from, but also it's still going to sell out. And we got to just accept it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Just don't buy it. You don't have to support.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, Noah Cyrus. Miss Noah Cyrus. So she recently went Instagram Live discussing her new EP, The End of Everything. And she got emotional talking about one of her songs on there called Young and Sad. And she said it's all about kind of growing up a Cyrus. She said being born in her family, everyone gave her such a hard time being Miley's little sister. She said she always felt like the one no one gave an expletive about because what was said about her online. And she said, quote, it was absolutely unbearable growing up as Miley's little sister. Oh, that hit me.
Here's what I have to say to that. First of all, she has what I like to call Ashley Simpson syndrome, where instead of, and Ashley broke out of this syndrome, right? And then her career ended low-key. Ashley Simpson felt like she was in Jessica Simpson's shadow, but what she did was she carved out a path for herself, right? So Noah Cyrus, it's not like, I don't want to say she can't sing because she has so many fans, and she can't act because there are people that probably want to see her act, but she's got to do something that is so different from Miley and Billie because she's battling a whole family. You get what I'm saying? She has to do something so different that we can't help but to take notice of her own specific identity. Janet Jackson was never really called Michael Jackson's little sister. That young lady, that woman is Janet, the Janet Whispering Jackson, period. No Michael Jackson, no sister here. That is, and Noah should want the same for herself.
No, I completely agree. I also think, I sympathize with her because we've talked about like our younger siblings probably, even though we are obviously not Miley Cyrus, but in our own schools and towns, okay, Maddison and Courtney Revolution, people knew our names. I feel like they could probably definitely relate, but I think too, at some point, you kind of have to stop I don't want to say complaining, but stop bringing it up and just start owning your own lane. And I feel like, Ashley, you're exactly right. I mean, Ashley, she complained about it for a little bit, but then she was like, "This is me, pieces of me." Then we got caught
That's a
lip
hit.
syncing on Saturday Night Live, and
It's fine. She
that
gave us
was
boyfriend,
terrible.
and that's okay. And Lala. She gave
Exactly.
us hits before she was lip syncing.
She was there before, so that's a really good example. But no, I completely agree with you. Lily said she can make a name for herself. She has the talent in her blood, and you're exactly
Yes,
right. She's a Cyrus at the end of the day, and she will be successful because that family is so freaking talented. So talented.
effortlessly.
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on and get into some couples therapy. This is
Ooh.
the most random couples therapy, but it's so random that we have to discuss. So, Megan Fox was spotted with Machine Gun Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Random, okay? They were, TMZ reports that they were spotted out, hanging out in a car. They were getting coffee, and then they reportedly drove back to her Calabasas home where they allegedly continued to hang out. Now, Megan is technically married, and she was spotted
Mm-hmm.
out last week not wearing her wedding ring on 2 occasions. This led to suspicion that something was up, and then obviously this weekend when she was seen with Machine Gun Kelly, people were like, okay, what's going on with our hubby, Brian Austin Green? And Brian Austin Green, her husband, posted a very cryptic message on Instagram. He posted a picture of a butterfly with the caption, "Eventually, butterflies get bored sitting on a flower for too long. They start feeling smothered. It's a great big world, and they want to experience it." They have 3 kids, by the
Maddison,
way.
do we
Mm-hmm.
know? This is such a weird question to ask, and kind of stalkery, but kind of not because I know why I'm asking this. Do we have a photo of them getting coffee, or do
There
we
is a
know
photo of
where
them
they
in the
were getting coffee?
I don't know where they were getting coffee, but I assume it had to be close to your neck of the woods because if they
That's
did
what
that,
I think I know where they
and then
could
they went
have
to
been getting
Calabasas.
coffee. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Megan
So
Fox wanted some jackfruit vegan nachos, and Kels knew exactly the place to take her. Maybe. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I may know where he would know where to get a good cold brew because Kels does like a cold brew and some vegan nachos on the side. I'm just wondering if it's that place that he took her to that's not far from my home. Hmm.
this is why I love us because we will hear like Megan Fox potentially cheating on her husband, and we're like, but the food though. It's like, what food
I
was
would
she getting during this potential infidelity? Like, was it the vegan nachos or
Madison.
not?
The nachos are so good, it could have been a romantic gesture, and Megan Fox is leaving her man now. I'm just thinking. I could see it. You know what I mean? You know when you hear something, you
Mm-hmm.
can visualize it. I could see this. Whew. Oh
I get
God.
it.
Thank God I work at
I
Hollyscoop,
get
girl.
it.
Who knows what I would have did, girl? If I saw Megan Fox, what I would have
Honestly,
did, girl. I
with
would have been
Machine Gun
losing it,
Kelly,
girl.
what? Exactly. ICK saying speculation, not confirmation. Yes, exactly. And then Holly Scoop said correspondent Kourtney checking in on the spot. Yes. Nancy said there is a photo of them riding in the car. Lady T Joy said they're obviously not social distancing, which tells me that clearly they've been hanging out more than just this weekend. That's why they probably
Mm.
feel comfortable being around each other. And I have to say, I do kind of feel bad for her husband though, because that is really awkward. Like,
They have kids.
you don't want to
But
find
he
out about
sounds
it that way.
weirdly
That's
understanding.
weird. Right? But also, is he
Are they
actually
married?
understanding or is he just that yes, they're married. But he also could be just portraying understanding because if there's going to be a custody battle, which we've seen with Jay and
Mm.
Kristen Cavallari, like no one can pull up his social media and see anything petty. He's keeping it cute.
People really be married and being out here dating other people publicly, huh?
Oh,
Like, if
LA
it's
is a
not an
weird
open
place,
marriage,
everybody.
then that's a little strange. And
Mm-hmm.
douchebag. Sorry, kids. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
no?
No.
Right?
Very true.
Unless he's like,
Very
girl, fly
true.
away, butterfly. Or unless he said something like, go and do what you want. You want to sleep with LA anyway. Go and do what you want. Now, if he said that, then Megan said, well, it's time for me to get my Fox on. You get what I'm saying? Now, if he was just like, okay, have fun at the grocery store, have fun at Trader Joe's, can you bring me back some lava cakes? And then all of a sudden, we cut to us on Monday morning talking about she was with Kels over some jackfruit nachos, then that's a little strange and a little wrong, I think.
No, completely agree. We'll definitely keep an eye on the situation because I think there is more tea brewing here, and I know you love yourself some Kels, so we'll keep this
Oh yeah.
our eyes on the situation. But let's move on and get into this Larsa Jordan Wood situation, French Montana and Kourtney. Then we'll get into Selena and Justin. So turn your volumes down for
Call Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just me.
Hello. Okay, first thing we're talking about Larsa. Larsa Pippen's getting back into the drama. She made herself back onto the docket. She must have watched Friday's episode and really enjoyed her time in the spotlight that she wanted more. Because over the weekend, she retweeted a fan who said, "Don't forget, Larsa bullied and trashed Jordan Woods so bad that Kim had to tell her to stop." And Larsa wrote, "I never trashed her. All I said is tell the truth. That's it. If your dog attacks someone, it's your dog's fault, not the person walking by, period."
So if that's the case, why didn't Larsa call Chloe and spin it and say Tristan kissed Jordan last night? Why did Larsa, as a woman, not even as a black person, not even as a fan or non-fan of either side, as a woman, why didn't Larsa Pippen pick up the phone and say, Chloe, oh my God, Tristan kissed your girl, your niece's godmother, on the lips, and we all saw it. Oh my God, your man that's cheated on you done did it again, girl. Why, Larsa, did you not do that? It's because you clearly want to skin Jordan Woods alive and wear her skin at night because you want to beat her. Now, how about that? That's why.
No, I also, not only as a woman, but correct me if I'm wrong, Larsa's also a mother. So to me,
Awful.
how you could be okay stirring the pot and starting all this drama with this young lady. And Jordan Woods is still a woman. That has also been a thing. She's young. She doesn't. Kourtney and I have said multiple times she is a young woman. Keyword woman. But I agree with you. I think that that's a cop out, and I think the whole "I was trying to be a good friend" thing is an easy escape for Larsa. But you're exactly right. At the end of the day, she handled it shadily, she handled it pettily, and then she kept going and speaking to the press and trying to get her own clout off of the situation. And that's why Kim had to tell her to stop, because Larsa was literally benefiting from this tragedy herself.
Vultures. Got none of her own, so she's over here scraping the carcasses like the hyena she is. Good night and go, Larsa. Yep. We ain't never heard of you before the Car Jenners. Good night. Bye.
Goodbye and good night. I know. And the fact that she's bringing it up again, I'm just like, girl.
Jordan's somewhere on a yacht, minding her business with a sarong on. Goodbye. Nobody cares about this anymore.
A yacht.
A yacht.
When you say yacht.
Yes.
A yacht. Okay, let's talk about French Montana.
So annoying and irrelevant.
I know Larsa, she has that sense about her that just gets under our skin a little bit. But French Montana and Kourtney. Let's get into this, because this is a whole other situation and a half. So Kourtney posted this sultry selfie over the weekend, and French Montana, aka Chloe's ex, commented on it and said, "Ow, ratatata," and everyone's like, and so little Frenchie, we call him Frenchie here at Hollyscoop, Frenchie got caught flirting with Kourtney Kardashian, and everyone's losing their mind. And we're going to talk about Chloe's reaction, but I want
to hear. Oh my God. You know what? It is not our place to yuck someone else's clear yum. And if French and all of his Montanas want to slob down the whole Kardashian family, then French, you're close enough. You know the code to get into the gates. You slob them on down, because I don't even want to look at Kourtney. So if you want to look at her, you go right on ahead and you slob her on down. Go ahead.
I'm just dying because I know, right? We love Frenchie. He's the only guy in Chloe's past who never cheated on her. So shout out to him. I was just dying because I kept seeing the headline like, Chloe's ex, French Montana, flirts with Kourtney. And I was like, oh, what did he say? Like, did we get some heart emojis, some drool emojis? And no, we got, ratatata. And I'm like, can't hate the guy. He's always on brand. Always on brand. And I can't hate on him for it.
You don't have no girlfriend? You don't have no woman? French Montana?
No, remember he was sick for a minute. Remember he was sick and he was in the hospital. And Megan, right? Remember Megan went to visit him, and everyone was like Megan and French, and we were like, no.
How French Montana don't have no woman?
seems like a nice guy, right? No? I'm laughing because Jakara said, Lil Frenchie is doing too much. He needs to chill. And Music Lover said, ew, Frenchie, just no. I love that we all call him Frenchie. I'm living for it. But a source told Hollywood Life that Chloe is not bothered by the comment. Her and French haven't been romantic for a long time. Plus, we know she's with Tristan Thompson, allegedly.
Exactly.
Speculation, not confirmation. And he's still very friendly with the family. So, but hilarious regardless.
2 words make a whole headline, girl.
Yep. And Jasmine said lockdown has people bored. And Jasmine, you could not be more accurate. Could not be more accurate. But let's talk about Selena Gomez. If you guys are here for Selena and Justin T, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Start getting your emojis in the chat. Selena is a crown. Justin is the ice cream emoji. And if you want to show Hailey a little love and representation, hit us with the Hailey Hailers. Yas. So Selena Gomez over the weekend, you guys, posted several selfies showing off some rare beauty products, natural hair. She captioned the photo saying, had an urge to put makeup on. My papa noticed, then proceeded to ask, why do you look like that? He whistled as he walked away. So there's that. She looks fabulous.
She does look really good. And Selena's the kind of woman that she doesn't need a lot of makeup anyway. I mean, look at her.
Oh, she looks so good.
Natural.
Man.
Fresh.
Natural.
She looks like someone I would see walking down the street. But if I saw someone looking like that walking down the street, I'd be like, wow, she's pretty. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, wow, that's Selena Gomez.
Right. No, she looks amazing. And honestly, it's just getting me more excited for Rare Beauty to come out because just based on the looks that she's posted using her products, I love that she looks like she has makeup on, but she doesn't look too overdone. She doesn't look cakey. She doesn't look like the products are heavy at all. And maybe that's just one of my personal preferences. Like, I like to look like I have makeup on, but I don't want to, you know me, I'm not the caked girl. Like, I am not.
You're more natural.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not super, super glam. That's just, I don't have the patience. Honestly, I could do it, but I just don't have the patience to do it every day. So just seeing the looks that Selena turns out, that she looks glammed, but not overly done. I am so excited for Rare Beauty. I cannot wait for it to come out.
She's showing people like, look, you can do this too. Instead of it being something that you work towards, it's something that it appears to be something that you can just grab and implement into your routine and keep it moving. Dare to be.
Exactly. Dare to be rare. Exactly. Okay, now let's get into this Justin and Hailey tea, because this is so interesting. You guys know that Justin and Hailey have their own Facebook Watch reality show called The Biebers. And during a recent Facebook Live, Justin admitted that he wished he would have saved himself for marriage, aka he would have abstained from having sex until he married Hailey. He said, quote, if I could go back and not have to face some of the hurt, I probably would have saved myself for marriage. Justin admitted that might sound crazy, but, quote, sex can be kind of confusing when you're being sexually active with anybody. And I'm like, well, not everyone is doing that, so that sounds like it was a personal experience for you. And Hailey actually disagreed and said, quote, they had different experiences with everything.
Let me keep it cute on this Monday.
Check your man, Hailey. Check your man. Check him.
Hailey said, you can talk about what you did with that one over here, girl, but this first time, girl. Shout out to Hailey. Hailey said, we ain't gonna lie on this one. Now, I'll sleep on the couch on this one because it's mentioned, so it's fine. But let me just get it straight for y'all today. Woo! That's the best part of the whole story. She looked at him and said,
Hailey said,
sex with anyone.
Over here,
girls. Okay. Okay.
I dated Shawn Mendes.
I've been with the man. Okay, girl. Woo. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn it into a kitchen table talk, girl, but that's what it was. That's what Hailey said. She said, now you talk about Salulu and her Delulu there, but I was with Shawn Mendes.
And I'm laughing because Nikki said, Nikki Ramsey, your comment has me LOLing. Nikki said, Justin was a hoe with the side eye. With the side eye emoji is really what
He was not a hoe. He was sexually active in an unhealthy way, because there's nothing wrong with being sexually active as long as you're careful for the sake of yourself and your partner or partner. Ta-da.
No, obviously. I'm glad you clarified, because I don't want people to get mad about us, because obviously we both, I totally agree with you. That comment just made me LOL so hard, because I mean, and I think, you know, this is why, honestly, I really believe when you do get in a relationship, it's important to have these conversations, because imagine going on a Facebook Live, and obviously they've talked about this before. Like, Hailey knew what she was getting into. I'm sure they did counseling, they did church. Like, I know they had these conversations before they got married. But I think even just having them brought back up on a Facebook Live, like, as the wife, being like, I don't know what you did over there, but over here, we kept it together and cute. Like, you over there.
And cute. That was put together and cute. Yes. Hailey did all year. Hailey said, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yes, exactly. And you know, we know that Justin did take, remember he took like a vow of celibacy until him and Hailey did get married. And that is not me putting words in Justin's mouth. That is from the Vogue article. You can literally go Command F, type the word celibacy, and the quote will come up. Please do not try to come for me, because I will literally copy and paste the article to you. I've done it once and I'll do it again.
She's done it before.
You know that you guys know I can't get petty when my integrity is questioned. So he did kind of do it halfway, but I just thought this whole conversation was, honestly, I would much rather have this Justin and Hailey content than them be like, remember when we broke up and we had to get back together? That was so hard.
It was a match made in heaven, and now look at us now. Look at us now. Monday,
I'm dying. A Monday. We have Nina blowing us a cute kiss, and I love it. Thank you, Nina. We appreciate you. Olivia said they need to take some notes from Maddison and Courtney on how to keep it cute. And exactly. Just saying. Honestly. And then Fancy Nancy said he's basically saying he regrets sleeping with Selena and the other girls he did. And Fancy Nancy, you're exactly right. That was his mature way of trying to say that. And then we also have Autumn saying, Justin needs to shut up and cry me a river.
Cry me a river. Yeah. I agree.
And thank you, Just Jane. Just Jane said, you two bring it every day. And Just Jane, thank you. We appreciate you. You guys, that is all the time we have. This was such a fun morning tea. I feel like we had a lot going on, but it was so much fun. There was a lot of tea to discuss. I mean, we had 2000s hip hop discussions. We had Miss Kenya Moore. We had Justin and Hailey mess, Selena tea, good card Jenner tea. It was a great docket.
Girl, what is the morning tea turning into? I feel like the morning tea went from lowercase t to capital T with all the tea that we done spilled today.
It did. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please, in the meantime, follow us on social media. We have Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We also have our own individual YouTube channels. Courtney, where can they find you? Because they can go catch up on the Green Chair Chat, correct?
Catch up on yesterday's Green Chair Chat, where we talked about Katy Perry's career, Luda and Nelly, and more over at my channel, Courtney Revolution, every Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what about you, Maddison Hill?
Yes, you can find me at Maddison Hill. I have a video that I put up there recently, and then I got another one coming later this week. One of my products, I'm doing another Cheaper Cheers, and one of my products, I just got the notification, is being delivered today. So I'm excited.
Girl, I'm excited.
Yes, you guys. Also, please show Hit It Leo lots of love on social media as well. He made today happen. He helped us work through all of our technical difficulties, so please give Leo lots of love. Shout out to Nancy with the good job emoji. Thank you, Nancy. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Also give Shambong Dave some love to you guys. And we'll be back for Tequila Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye. Now, wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's in the man. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. Your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands.